name is Morris Sherles Jr. I'm named after my dad. Yes, I'm from Russellville, born here, raised here, lived here, came back here. I was raised in this church. Right now I turned 80 years old in June. I was raised in this church as a youngster until I actually married and left for 12 years. Went to Sweetwater, Tennessee, started a family, and but I moved back here after 12 years because I love this place. I love the area. I love the people. We were all raised like family and lived like family, and we still treat each other like family. Been to a lot of places. Never found a place any better. That's why I'm here. I like to live. If I want to enjoy something, I go to enjoy it, come back.
Yeah.
But the everyday living, I never found a place that I like better than here.
So your dad was Morris Sherles
Senior, yeah.
Sr. And what was your mother's name, her maiden name?
Ethel Kane.
Ethel Kane.
Uh-huh.
And then what about your grandparents?
My grandparent on my dad's side was Sherman and Geneva Sherles. And his parents were, I got to tell you the story. His grandfather, who's my great-grandfather, was a Cherokee Indian who came here from Chimney Rock, North Carolina, I understand. Mm-hmm. And he moved, they say he came through here herding turkeys. Huh. And for some reason, I don't know all that story, he found somebody that he wanted to marry, and they wouldn't let him get married under the name, Big Bear was his name. Mm-hmm. So his name got changed. I don't know if he changed or somebody changed it for him. We don't know the story. But they named him Morris Sherles.
From Big Bear to Morris Sherles.
Big Bear to Morris Sherles.
Huh.
And out of 4 generations, there's 3 Morris Sherleses.
Huh.
Yeah, I understand that he left here to go back home or something, and they didn't hear from him after that. So we don't know whether he died. I heard he went back in the snow. Mm. So we don't know if he died in the snow somewhere between here and there, or what. But, we don't have any history of him.
And what about the other side of the family? What's the
other side? My mother, her name was Ethel Kane. Mm-hmm. Her father was, I think, a farmer. Now, he had a canning facility, I put it that way. Mm-hmm. I don't know where it was. I know it's here somewhere in Russellville. Mm-hmm. But I remember her telling me that she used to work for him, mm-hmm. canning beans. And he did have a canning label. Theodore Kane.
Mm-hmm. Theodore?
Yeah. And he married Henrietta Miles, which is my grandmother on my mother's side. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And she, I think, was born in Mooresburg, mm-hmm. moved here.
Mm-hmm. Are they buried in the cemetery out here?
Yes.
The whole family, except for Big Bear?
Except for Big Bear.
They're all here. Mm-hmm. Wow. Do you go up there and visit them and spend time with them?
Yes, I'm the chairman of the graveyard committee.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you take care of it?
Yeah.
It looks really nice. Ashley and I walked around up there before we came down here this morning, and
Yeah, we have a group that
It's beautiful.
we look after it,
Mm-hmm.
meet and see what we need to do,
Yeah.
do work and if we need it.
Yeah.
We hire somebody to keep it
Yeah.
cleaned off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wondered if you'd go back through your schooling and tell us about elementary school all the way up and where you went to school.
Okay, I started elementary school right back at this church here.
Yeah.
It was called Russellville Colored School at the time. First through, I think it's 5th grade. And so they built Miller Boyd School in Morristown. And so they closed this school. And I finished my pre-high school at Miller Boyd.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went on left there and went to, I started out at Morristown College, Norman Industrial College / high school.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a high school for the people of color at that time, but they built, they call it West High School. It's now West Elementary School. They built it when I was a sophomore in high school. So we transferred over to there. And when I finished there, I went to Morristown Norman Industrial College, junior college. And I finished there. I took some other courses at University of Tennessee, but I didn't get my bachelor's degree. And Walter State, a little bit here, a little bit there. So I guess legally I'd probably be classified as a junior in college.
Still today?
Yeah, I didn't go. Well, I got smart, got married. I went to work at, after working some places around here, I put in an application at Oak Ridge Nuclear Facility.
Yeah.
And so they called me for, I put in an application. And so they called me for an interview. And of course, the application, it was a test type thing to see where you are, I guess, educationally. So when they called me, they said that I did well on the test, and I give that to the college, going to college. And they had X amount of number of jobs. All they had open, they said I qualified for, and they told me I could choose which one I wanted. So I did. And so I chose the electrical field to become an electrician. They had an apprentice program on the job. So I took, I think it's 4 years of apprenticeship training. And went on to become a journeyman. And
So you were in the union?
I was in the union, yeah. But I got promoted pretty quickly. 4 years after I became a journeyman, really. And I became a job planner and then a maintenance supervisor. So I was supervisor for about 20 years. And I retired at 55. Got retired early. So that's a good thing. Yeah. Well, the benefits were good down there, so it worked out for me.
When you think all the way back to your early school days, what teachers did you have?
I had, up here, I had Ruby Rogers. When we moved to Miller Boyd, I had Mrs. Coleman. She was a teacher. And Ms. Willie B. Irvin. They taught the upper class at Miller Boyd. And I left there and went to my high school teachers. Well, one of the better teachers in high school was Miss Kane. She was a math teacher. Of course, I loved math, and I majored in math. And I'll tell you the story. Actually, I went to college because I couldn't find a job that I wanted. So my cousin and I we said, what are we going to do? I said, well, we've got these scholarships. Let's go to Morristown College and see what's going on until the job comes through that we wanted. He said, okay, so we did. So I was in Miss Kane's class, and I did pretty good in math. I had turned the homework paper in. Came back, she had a C on it. Oh, C? I kept looking at my paper. It don't look like a C. I need to talk to her about this. I don't miss like part of one problem, little bitty part of it. So I went after her and I said, Miss Kane, I don't think you gave me a fair grade on this paper. She said, Mr. Sherles, and that's kind of the way she talked. Mr. Sherles, she said, I gave you a C for courting in class. I said, what? She said, I put your real grade down, but I wanted to get your attention. You're not here to court. You're here to get an education for your future. She actually gave me mom to son talk. And I never forgot it. And so it stuck with me, even to this day. And I guess it matured me, you know, in my thinking. And so I went on and finished, and so I ended up at Oak Ridge. You know.
Motivated.
But she was one of my favorite teachers.
Were you related to her?
No.
She just had the same last name as your mother?
At Morristown College, all the teachers were concerned about you. And she was one of those concerned. And she said, I know you do good in math. And I knew that would get your attention. And I wanted to talk to you. And I just want to let you know why you're here. So that was a mark in life I never forgot.
Well, can you talk a little bit about your connection to Bewley's Chapel and how it sort of influenced the direction that you went in life, or with your community connections?
Yeah. I guess church. I guess I've always been tied to the church. We used to come, well, our parents would send us to church on Sunday morning. I mean, that was, you had to get up and go, whether you wanted to or not.
Right.
Which I didn't really have a problem with it. I kind of enjoyed it because I got to see the other kids, and to me, I got to play with other kids, and just something about church that I liked. And I remember my grandmother's sister, Bessie Proffitt, Luther Proffitt's mother. She used to be our Sunday school teacher. And so most of us would sit back on that side together, and we would go through the Sunday school protocol and the lessons. That's where I learned a lot about the Bible. And of course, we had to learn verses and stuff. I never forgot my Bible teaching about Jesus and all. And I guess I just always had a connection. And I think that and the, it takes a community to raise a child. That was true in this area. No matter where you went, to anybody's house, we all lived together here, both black and white, people of color, no matter what it was. We just treated each other the same. And that stuck with me too. And this church is, I've always been a part of this church, even whether I lived here or not. Whenever I come home, I would have the closeness of the people. If I didn't go around and visit, and they found out I'd been here, boy, I'd get chewed out next time I came. Why didn't you come by and see me, boy? And that was just the love of people that had for you growing up. So whenever I come home, it take 2 or 3 days to go visit everybody, because when you go, they want to feed you, talk to you, see what you're doing, how you're doing, you know. They're concerned about you.
Did you always come back for homecoming?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Can you tell us about what that was like? What was homecoming like?
Oh, it was great. It was like a big party.
Yeah.
You know, you get to see people you hadn't seen in a long time, old people you grew up with, because as we grew up and got older, we spread out and come back home. Everybody knew if they got to come back home to homecoming, people would come to it, and you would get to see them, maybe not for another year, you know.
Well, what were the names of some of the folks you were especially close to when you were growing up, or that you would want to see when you came back?
Oh, the Jacksons, Pauline Jackson and her family, you know, their children, we all grew up close to each other, lived close to each other. We all played together, grew up together. The Blevinses, Julia Blevins lives right back here. Pauline Jackson out the street. The Niceleys, the Isons, the Brookses that lived up there at a farm, 20-acre farm over here. We all hung together, grew up together like brothers and sisters. Matter of fact, I'll tell you this about Mac Brooks. He still lives right over here. He and his brother Edward would come to our house almost daily. And so when he went to the Army, and I remember one winter he came back home and he was dating a lady in Jefferson City. And so he came in, he came down to our house, walked in the snow with his Army gear on. He said, Morris, he said, I want to go to Jefferson City, see Martha. That was his girlfriend. I said, okay, that's fine. He said, I want you to go with me. I thought, well, he said, I want you to go with me. Come go with me, Jefferson City. I'm going to go see Martha. Well, he didn't have a car, I didn't either. He said, we're going to go over and catch the bus. Then you can stop the bus going down the highway. Just wave it down, they'd stop, pay them. So here we go out in the snow, in a foot of snow, to Jefferson City. On the way down, we got down there and had to walk a half a mile to get to her house. I said, man, you know what, I'm crazy. He said, what? I said, I'm crazy, aren't I? He said, why you say that? I said, I'm walking here in this foot of snow to go see your girlfriend. I must be crazy. And he just died laughing. He said, well, she'll find you somebody to talk to while you down here.
Did it work out well? Did you have fun?
Yeah. We went to her house, so she called her friend of hers. She came over, so we all sat in there and talked and played games and things, you know. And I said, Mac, you know it's going to be dark in just a little bit. We got to go back home. He said, yeah, I guess we better go with him. We was having such a good time, we forgot about what time it was. We just barely got home before dark. But it was a trip that we never forgot.
What year was that?
I guess I was about 18 and 19 years old. So about 63, somewhere along there. 62, 61, early 60s.
Yeah.
But we still laugh about it, you know.
It's
But
good
we were that
story.
close.
Yeah.
You know? And just those things like that kind of keeps your ties to the bond, the way we used to play together. And we just stuck like glue. We were like glue around here.
Yeah.
Still are.
You still keep in touch with all the same folks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just lives right over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a 20-acre farm, but his dad, before he died, he divided it, and he's got his little portion over here. But, you know, we still own some property over here, and he runs his cows on it. He actually runs it, you know. We help him whenever he needs it. He's a farmer, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been asking people about how they feel connected to history when they come to the chapel.
Yeah.
Do you find that when you come in the building here that there is like more of a feeling of connection to the folks that are up in the graveyard or the people that you knew when you were younger, or how does it feel in terms of your personal and community history here?
I don't know, it just feels like commitment.
Mm. Mm.
I mean, there's memories all over Russellville.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, as a youngster, I used to help people. I guess I started probably when I was 10 years old, helping people in their yard. My mom, somebody needed help, since it was most of the boys in our family, she would send one of us to somebody's house that needed help. And she said, now, when they asked you how much you charge, you told them nothing. I said, Mama, but I worked all day.